Back with a
FTC,
bang.
FTC. Okay, no.
You get that stealing
No,
another man's flow? That's crazy.
no. All,
Is that the brand now?
all good, all good. No
FTC.
stealing, no stealing.
Tight shit.
You know?
Welcome back. Circus podcast. Consistency is key. Back with a bang. Episode what? 31. What do you like? What are we starting off with? How are you apologizing?
Yeah, so we did
Apologize
miss
to
a
our
week.
viewers.
Fuck, yeah, so we missed a week. Can't lie, life happened, you know? Life happened. We're not full-time podcasters, but you can help that. One subscribe. Just one.
Every little helps.
Every
Cha-ching.
little helps.
You know?
We're trying to hit 50, we're trying to hit 100. We'll go from there.
Build from there.
But
If
if
you
you're
like the
watching,
content, like, subscribe. Peace.
you know,
Comment. You know?
if there's any anime topics you want us to keep talking about, any anime topics you want us to add, because there's a lot of anime going on right now. So, you know, I need to catch up with a lot of it so we can talk about it. But yeah, regardless, let's start. Now, I've got a topic I wanted to talk about initially, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be one of the ones. You're leading the sales today.
I'll lead the sales today, right?
Yeah.
Now, I saw a video. Now, this was the most heinous video I've seen on the internet in a while. Not on sus, but just heinous to a point that I'm like, there's something wrong with you. So someone got, do you know he had those snails, right? The big snails.
Like a garden snail.
No, not garden snails, like the big ones in the sea. They're essentially the same thing, they're just much bigger, right?
Okay.
And they
So
got
like the ones from One Piece that you pick up the farm. Like,
yeah, they're that big, yeah.
Yeah.
So someone got a real snail. If this is AI, please, for the love of God, be AI. But they said, what happens if you put fiberglass and itching powder inside a snail? I have no words for how demonic.
Was that just a caption? They just
No.
captioned it. There's no.
I'm
like,
looking at an
follow-up.
image that I'm not going to show of them having a snail and taking this, getting like the snail like to half come out and then putting like this much fiberglass and itching powder inside it. Now, there is a level of demonicness that goes.
That is rude,
bro. That is.
That's like, for them, that's like you just put all that in your mouth and said, "Oh, what's gonna happen?"
Bro, it's like, yeah. Anyway, it's so fucked, yeah. And someone in the comments said something that intrigued me. They said, "Imagine a creature beyond your comprehension causes causes pain and suffering to you that you don't even have the mental capacity to render with powders made specifically for torture." And
yeah,
it's like,
wait,
I
and
think
then
of that.
this makes a ridiculous argument of like, oh yeah, why does God have? Why does God bring suffering when He has the power? This answers that question.
Because he's a demon.
Don't want like the rest of them.
Like the rest of them.
Allegedly, don't come for me, though.
But, bro, I saw that and it kind of made me think, like, we can't, there's stuff that we as humans can't comprehend, as smart as humans think they are, right?
Like what?
Like,
Rocket science, I got that.
No, but I said like what? We can't comprehend it. I'm going to say it. Okay. But the same way that snail has no way to process how it's being rotated vertically and it's having pain shoved inside it. Fiberglass and itching powder doesn't make it, like that doesn't exist in the world of a snail. So you introducing that to it, all it's feeling is sensations of pain. It has no idea how this giant Leviathan human is grabbing it, rotating it, stuffing it, putting it back down. Like that's.
So do you think that's better torture than if the snail knew that this is fiberglass?
I think it's worse torture because when you don't know how to process some type of pain, because those snails don't really get how, like, those snails live their whole life on the floor. They live their whole life on the floor. They might float a bit. And if anything happens to them, the worst thing that happens to them is they get one-shotted. That's the worst thing that happens to them. Torture is not a thing that happens to them. It's not a concept that goes through a billion years of these creatures' lives. So they just exist.
Yeah, it does, bro. Because survival. You get
Torture
munched,
is
crunched.
torture is different. They don't get a munch crunch. They might get cool. They get eaten, but it's a quick thing. So for you to be
No,
like,
but it's still like,
yeah, cool. It's like hush, done. You know what I mean? Like something
you'll
with
probably
a
die
billion.
from. Wait, but then they'll probably die from shock. Don't you think? Like, I don't think they're gonna be suffering for that long
No, they'll die from
because their
shock.
heart's tiny.
I think you doing that will put an animal into immediate level of shock. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that for me, like
that would be.
no, continue. Sorry.
No, I'm thinking like that would be the same as like if someone just blew off like a nuke right next to your ear.
But you know what a nuke
Like
is,
obviously,
though.
obviously, like I'm gonna be radioactive poisoned or whatnot. But the initial shock of the kaboom would kill me.
I think the equivalent of doing that to a human would be doing a gojo to them.
What, like a blue?
No, like like Gojo's domain, where it's like you just see everything. Because like for that snail, that's what that is. It's like it has no way of bringing that concept to its mind. So essentially, its brain's gonna blow up because you've given it a sensation that doesn't exist for it.
Pain does exist for it, bro.
No, pain exists, but it's like it doesn't understand why it's being picked up, rotated, and
that's that's life though. Like sometimes you get picked up, you get put down. Like
I don't know. It's such a foreign concept for that thing, right?
No, but then hence why it's got the house to protect it, so it shells up.
Yeah,
because it's had predators in the past from before, like pick them up, smoke them, and then now it's like built so that what's it called? It's got its yard and its little protection trick. But obviously, it's probably like wild because this is like I'm inside my own yard now, and my own like.
And I'm burning alive.
Like spiked out.
Yeah, it's like I'm burning alive in my side my own yard. Like, what? Like, that's just so alien. So it's like, can you imagine an alien decides to come down and do that to a human where it's like,
what would be like the equivalent?
I don't know. We don't know. Because we don't. I
was thinking if you just got if you just got picked up here and they just got like a sand grinder. And they just held you on top of the sand grinder.
But again, that's pain that you can understand though, because your brain can see the sand grinder and you'd be like, I know what that's gonna feel like. You can assimilate the pain in your head. But a snail can't assimilate what itching powder
pain to make it any better.
I think it's because if I got you and I threw you into a black hole, you don't know what you're gonna feel.
I'm probably gonna get torn apart.
Yeah, but you don't know how that's gonna feel. You don't know what's gonna go on.
Yeah, like pull your finger hard enough, and then that's owl, and then owl times 10. Like
no, but that's the thing. Like your brain is sitting there, like I'm determining what it is from something else. Can you imagine if your equivalent of intelligence was the equivalent to a snail, and then the being's equivalent of intelligence was to us? If you get what I mean. So we're the snail, the being is us. So to the being, we are as dumb as a snail. Can you imagine? We're as dumb as a snail.
Yeah, but it's not a new type of pain, if that makes sense, that you're going to end up feeling. Like, it'll still be on your comprehension spectrum.
It'd still be like
it's
on the Scoville level.
It's still stab, whether I'm smart or stupid. Like, I've got that registered. Does that make sense? I ain't got the instruments to register, say, for example, a laser ray. Unless it's heat, then I'll feel it. If it's outside of that spectrum, I'll just go boof, and I will have no idea why.
But do you think it doesn't matter what it is? If it's just pain, it's pain. It doesn't matter how crazy the pain is, or how exotic the pain is.
But then remember, there's different types of pain. There's a pain that you get from heat. Like, say there's impact pain.
The only thing I would say is different is like things like fiberglass and itching powder. Like, how do you explain the concept of that to a snail? If you get what I mean. It's like if an alien came down.
You cut it ever so slightly, add lemon.
Like
imagine you had a cut, and then imagine you cut yourself with like a knife or something. Like a little paper cut.
A snail don't know what lemon is, though.
Okay, you give a snail a paper cut again. He's probably cut himself on like a fence or something before.
On a fence, bro. This is underwater snail. I'm talking about them big snails. That's what he did. Okay, he got an underwater snail and he put itching powder on it. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, it's...
He took him out of his domain as well.
Bro, he took him out of his
Like,
domain,
you brought him to land. He
put him
could
on
barely breathe.
land, and then said, "There you go. Here's some fiberglass for you." That's what bro. That's not even something that exists in nature. Fiberglass is a man-made thing. So that's why I'm saying, like, if we were as dumb as a snail and a creature, or like the equivalent of dumb as a snail to a creature, how smart would that creature be? Number one, for it to look at us the same way we look at a snail, how smart would that be? And then what would it do?
I'd be like, they're like, you know, the movie Arrival, I think they're the one that you showed me, where they're just like squids and they're just going,
yeah,
and they're like communicating like a million things through just the ink.
Yeah.
And they've got like a hive mind almost.
Yeah. I think like the equivalent to that would be if a creature came down and somehow telepathically put something under my skin without me knowing and said, "Here you go." Because that's the only way I can think. Because, bro, the snail's like thing is its body, essentially. You can't rip it out of that, otherwise it dies, right?
I think so, yeah. Like,
so the equivalent of that is like literally something going on, putting its tendril under my skin and being like, "Here you go," and then leaving a substance there.
Yeah.
And me just tweaking. Because I would understand the pain, but everything before the pain, how it even got to me, would be so foreign that my brain would just...
Like, how the fuck?
Yeah.
I guess your priority would just like get this thing out, like.
Yeah, bro.
But then you wouldn't know because it's under your skin, like.
Yeah. Like, but you'd stand there and you would just feel whoosh, and then you'd feel like some texture under your skin, like leather, and then you're just tweaking out. Why is there spiky level in my skin?
The thing is, the guy's even more evil because he added fiberglass, and with fiberglass, you're not meant to touch it, otherwise it gets 100 times worse.
Oh man,
but then he added itching powder, so the snail's just gonna be like.
And bro, think about this, right? If we were equivalent to the snail, and the way the snail can't reach that itch because they don't have hands, what would you do to a human to make? You'd have to put it somewhere in their brain. So you would have to put something in someone's brain where it feels like it's genuinely like killing them, and they're like trying to like rip their head open because it's like, I can't reach it. You put an itch in my body that I can't reach. Like, nah, man.
Well, like at a spot like on top of your shoulder blade or something, like that centerpiece.
A place where like you could never reach.
Yeah.
Like shit like that would be, or like if they put an itching sensation inside one of your intestines and you're just sitting there squealing because it's like you don't
imagine
even
that.
And because that's why like
what I wanna know what possessed this kid.
Thank you.
Or this person. Are they grown?
Bro, you have to be, because the man's got latex gloves on and he's got pincers that he's placing the fucking... Bro, I see that and I'm like, you are a psychopath. You are genuinely...
That's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, yeah. Because, number one, like, no. Because you set up a good camera.
That was planned so in advance to even think, okay, what's the terrible torture method? Fiberglass. That's boring by itself. How do we make this worse?
How do you make it worse?
Part 2, itch and pound. So he has to rub his hands. But he can't rub his hands because he ain't got hands. So he's just there over the fiber. He can only move forward, by the way.
Man, yeah.
Either move forward or curl up.
Because, like, can you imagine if someone put you in a room, if your room right now, everything disappeared and your room was just covered in fiberglass and itching powder? Bro, there is... I don't
think... for him, it would be like, you know them chambers they had back in the Victorian eras, which was just a spiked coffin?
Yes.
That's essentially what it'd be like. Imagine just someone closing out you type thing. And then poured itching powder all over you.
Oh, man. And you move, it's spike. Oh, man.
Yeah, you're screwed. Like,
and then needles, and like, it's like microscopic pieces of glass just entering your body at every angle.
And if you inhale any of that.
Oh, your lungs.
So if that snail wants a deep breath, he's panicking. That was all in his lungs. Yeah, good luck, Gary. you screwed.
Yeah, someone needs to find that guy and actually hurt him, bro. I mean, so real.
You know,
Like you can't be doing that to live creatures. There was this. I don't know if it was the same guy, but there was someone else who did something like that to cockroaches. But it was.
I see so many people like in like the hoods and shit, and in like America. Basically, there was one guy. He was like, "Oh yeah, he got a cockroach. Like I think it was like 2 of them in like a plastic tub captured by the floor." And he lit, you know, those like little red dynamites, fireworks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he put it underneath them and it went.
He put it underneath them like good, like 3, 4, close the lid, held his ear, and just let it off. And it was like, yeah, you're not gonna be in my yard celebrating. Said, well, we'll celebrate together. Head us, go to hell. But yeah, some people just have some sadistic ass methods to deal with animals.
Because I'm like, kill it if you're gonna kill it quickly. Don't be like, bro, there was one I saw. And hey, forgive me. Listen, channel, you're gonna have to forgive me for this one. This one's crazy. I think this might be worse than the fiberglass one. Guy had like 6 or 7 cockroaches lined up, and
firing range.
No, I wish. He had So let's say he had 6 cockroaches lined up, and he had 6 toothpicks. And he had the cockroaches taped. And he had the toothpicks attached to a pulley that done this. Yes, that's it. That's all I'm saying. And brother, I saw it on my feed. And I scrolled past it. I was like, no. I scrolled down.
All 7 at the same time?
Bro, at the same time, they're all taped like this. And he's doing this. And I'm like, okay.
Some people are insane. I remember there was another guy, I think he caught cockroaches as well. And then he decided, yeah, well, I'm going to pull all its like legs, antenna off and just have it glued down to a book. Like, you know, that museum, like parts of a spider type shit.
Yeah.
Just glued to a book. He was like, yeah, next time don't pull up to my shit.
Bro, there are some thick niggas out there. And the only reason why they don't do it to people is because they'd get arrested. That's the only reason. Because you can't do that and then be like, because can you imagine that man who did that?
To go back in society.
Yeah, washed his hands and went downstairs and said, "What's for food?" to his wife. Like, they need to bro. When someone posts a heinous shit like that, you need to get flagged.
What if you have like heinous fun facts in your head? Do you think that makes that you need to get flagged?
No, but I feel like if you participate in shit like that. That is where it becomes not participate, but you created that. Like anyone can say anything crazy, but you deciding to look around for 6 cockroaches and put the effort in. But for me, it's the fact that it's like you probably work.
Yeah.
You go on a bus the same way me and you do. Like you work like the rest of us, and you still thought that was a cool thing to do.
I would spend my afternoon making this fucking device.
And it's like, bro, those are the same people who like, they do that and then they end up, where's the neighbor's cat? Dead. Where's the neighbor's dog?
I haven't seen it for 3 days.
I haven't seen it for 3 days. Wonder where it went. Oh, bro, that's just like...
Neighbor goes out. Oh yeah, I found its tail.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of it? I don't know.
I think people only do that because they know they can post it. And as much as it's fucked, they know they can get away with posting that over doing it to a dog or a cat or anything that's a mammal. Because then they know they'd get actual hate.
You can make the argument like, bro, they've only got so much thoughts. They go into shock. Like,
nah.
Does it really matter?
No.
You kill spiders every day.
That's crazy.
You whack flies for a living. Like,
that's a crazy statement to make. Nah, bro. Because it's like, bro, you whack flies, but you know that fly is sentient to a point. It's not like a human, but it's a being.
Sentient to the point of what? Bro has 2 thoughts, 3 thoughts. Rub hands, fly, locate shit, nigga. What are you talking about? 3 functions. That is it. Silver Sonic head on.
No, bro,
Rob
because it's
has
like,
fly and
but you
find
know they
crabs.
have pain receptors. You know that they have pain
If I
receptors.
one bang this, bro.
If you one bang it, it's dead. The same way if
Mm.
someone dropped a tungsten cube the size of a room on my head, I'm dead. Right? Like in an
There we go.
instant. Yeah. But instead of you one banging it, you're like, no, I'm going to softly grab you and pull your limbs off.
Could you how did you get like the close up or like the anime version of it where it's like you watch this like you see him like screaming in pain like ah don't.
Bro, because it's like, oh
Could you imagine?
man. The animal in its head is like, either kill me or let me go.
He's not thinking that, he's just thinking pain.
No, he's just thinking pain, but then it's like you tying him up. He doesn't understand why he can't leave. And for me, what makes it worse is the fact that at least if you torture a human, he understands I can't leave the situation. I'm going to be tortured by this person now, and I'm going to have to grin and bear it and get ready for the pain. You understand?
No, you're not thinking that.
Bro, you are, bro. If a man tomorrow, if a man
sitting there torturing, I'm thinking that I need to get out. Let me to get in touch with this humanity.
obviously,
you have a mother.
No, but that's
I have kids.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's what you're thinking, right? But at the same time, if a man grabs you, yeah, a man the size of a building, but to grab you, tape your ass down, and
I could grab you too.
and like was strong enough to pull your limbs off, yeah, smiling sadistically, had tools with him.
Monkey level ass.
What do you think your thought would be? You'd be like, I
Ouch,
cannot
my
move.
arm.
Yeah, you'd be like, I can't move, so he's gonna pull my limbs off. I'm gonna have to grin and bear this. Like the thought goes through your head, I want to escape, I want to scream, I want to say something to stop him from doing it, but he's gonna do it anyway. Yeah.
No,
Bro?
there's always a 1% chance. Bro, you see, says Steph Curry from Earth shooting.
Yes, of course, but
if my next
that
please
thought
is
doesn't
my
come into
300th.
Bro, that thought doesn't come into a fly's
So
head.
you give up. So man's okay,
I don't give up. I'm saying
I'm
not saying I give up. I'm saying a fly doesn't get the concept of it. It doesn't know what torture is. A fly doesn't know what the hell torture.
Yeah, it does.
All it knows is pain.
Bro,
pain is not torture.
Hungry.
Pain is no. It knows pain. It understands pain. A fly does not understand torture. A fly does not get why you're pulling one limb off and another limb off and another limb off because it's got 6 and another. You know, it's like yeah. To the fly, it's just like pain, more pain. I'm not dying. Pain, like what? And like the reason I'm saying that is,
do you think if you tear like 2 of his legs off, he knows the other 4 are coming?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm saying like, he doesn't comprehend it because he's get 1 leg off, and for him, he's living in that moment. So that leg off that's how far is it going. There's no anticipation, and then another leg off. There's no anticipation, and then another leg off. Bro, it's like you're doing. That's why I said like
I've got 3 left. I'm gonna have to make do.
Thank you. That's why I'm saying like, how smart would a creature need to be for it to do something to us, where the same way a fly has no anticipation to what's going to happen, we would have the same like what level of intelligence does something need to be for it to bamboozle us the way a fly's being bamboozled, where it's like you're going to be trapped down. Obviously it's not going to be the same way, but
for us it'll literally have to be a mind fuck.
Yeah, it would have to be a mind thing. Yeah,
like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna put your mind, for example, to pretend like the whole world's frozen and you can't interact with no one.
It'd be like one of them tortures.
Or to make you deaf and just visually hallucinate shit.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then you're thinking, impossible. Like, oh, how did I get mind tricked? Next thing you know, the aliens are like Jedis.
Yeah. So it's like you're living a nightmare for 50 years and then they have you redoing the same nightmare 50 years continuously for every second of your life for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's something that your brain doesn't.
Knew this was going to happen.
Yeah. And every time you get to the worst part of it, you just keep reliving the worst part of it, reset back worst part of it. And you don't know you're going through the worst part of it a billion times over, but you do, but you don't. And it's like, it would have to be some form of time loop bullshit that you just can't comprehend for you to be sitting there and just enduring timelines of torture. But at the same time, do you think if you're tortured that long, right, continuously, and then your brain's kind of wiped for you to go through it again, you think it's
What, you'll
better?
become numb to it?
No, do you think it's better? Because you can't remember it, right? Loop, gone. Do you think it's better if that's the case? Or do you think it's better if or do you think it's worse if you remember each and every time? I think it's better if my brain loops.
Imagine. Okay, so for your second example, is it like, okay, cool. You go through the first iteration, like obviously your natural reaction, and then it's like your body's forced to go through that experience again. Like you're kind of almost being like, you can't control your body, you can't control like your eye movements, but your brain's like, it's like you're being controlled, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like if your brain understands the situation, right? Or if your brain understands that you're going through it, what would be more of a mindfuck is if you're going through something and you understand the pain, but no matter how much you want to, you cannot brace for the feeling. It's like if someone punches you in the side of the face and then you brace for it again and they punch you and you're ready for it this time so it doesn't hurt as much because you knew it. But imagine if the person punched you and it hurt like shit, clotheslined, right? And then you brace for it, and then even the second punch felt just as bad as the first one, even though you brace for it. And you're like shocked because it's like, I knew it was coming, but that still felt just as horrendous as the first. And then you're like, nah, second time, brace. And it feels worse.
Wait, 1 sec.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Channel, chat. Okay, cool. We're on our own. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's just me and you. Just me and you. Got some JJK to talk about, guys. Let's talk about JJK. So JJK, new episode 3 came out, yeah? Bit of a yap fest. He had Kenjaku, not Kenjaku, we had Tengen explaining the culling game, which is I'll be honest, you will not get no explanation from me on this channel today. I had a long day at work. I'm tired. And the explanation is long as hell. But short end of the stick story. Everyone's been put into the culling game now. And because of that, removal from the culling game means having your means having your technique stripped from you, which, as we've been explained in the first or second season, technique removal means death. So you die if someone strips your technique from you. We find out that Tengen's a human. It's just evolved over 500 years. And everyone gives out their plan of what they're going to do, where they're going to go. Yuji's going to meet Kinji Hikari. Maki's going to go and grab the tools from the Zenin clan headquarters. And Choso and Yuki? Yeah. Choso and Yuki are going to watch over Tengen just to protect them from Kenjaku. Now, I've read it. So I know what's going to happen. So, I mean, you guys aren't really ready for it. You're not ready for it. There's a lot that's going to go down. I do want to speak about the other 2 episodes that came out as well, because some of them were crazy. So we had episode 1 and 2 come out. I heard a lot of people mad at the whole Yuta thing, and I can't lie, I was a bit mad at it as well. I love Yuta, so I'm a heavy Yuta glazer, but the way they had him standing under the building, like, why was he standing so zesty? Why was he so zesty there, man? Like, love Yuta like anything, man. That's my guy right there. That really is my guy, but they had him bent over backwards, back arched. Don't do him like that. Don't do him like that, man. But yeah, anyway, so that sucked. That killed me a bit. What else is there to think about? Oh yeah, so the fight with Naoya. Oh, they skipped a massive part of the fight. That's what I want to talk about. They skipped. There's a scene in the manga, right? Now everyone can watch the manga because the episodes come out. Spoiler warning. Fight me. There's a scene in the manga where Yuji and Yuta are fighting, and Yuji sees a car, jumps over it, grabs the car by the inside of the window, tips the car over. Yuta tries to slash it. Yuji punches the car towards him and sends the car flying with Yuta on the back of the car like this. And then Yuji's running, thinks he's cool, and then the car flies over his head. He looks back at Yuta like, what the fuck? And Yuta's like, I don't seem like the power type, do I? I wanted that scene so bad. And they didn't animate it. And I'll be real, they animated everything else, so I don't know why they didn't animate that. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't have, I don't want to say they didn't have time, because they animated Naoya fighting, and bro, like, Naoya's ability is difficult to translate into real life, because I'll be honest, his ability is difficult to explain. Like, I won't even attempt to explain that ability to you guys, because like it's some crazy shit. But regardless, like, I think the episodes are looking good. I think the art style's looking beautiful. It's looking clean, but it's looking fresh at the same time. Like, man, they're doing amazing. And there he is. Back at it again. Was just speaking to, and he's still muted, clown. You're still muted, clown.
And we're back with a bang. So what you talking about?
I was talking to the audience here about JJK. I was saying to them that they didn't miss much. It was a bit of a yap fest. Yeah. But you know, animation's been great as it should be, as it's expected from JJK at this point, from Mappa at this point. So I'm very happy. I'm very proud of them.
Talking about that, like their son or something. Oh yeah, I'm proud he threw his first pitch. They've improved from season 2.
Devil's Hell's Paradise is coming out, I believe, on Sunday. No, I think it came out last Sunday, didn't it? It was last week Sunday.
I don't remember. But there's so many, like, to the point where I think that every day there's like a new anime that's like airing or something.
Yeah, I need to watch Hell's Paradise as well. Guys, if you're watching it, please recommend us what we should watch out of this summer, because there's a lot coming out. There's obviously Bleach coming out soon as well.
Yeah.
What do you think is the top 10, top 5 things we should watch and be talking about and whatnot? And also, there was a thing that I did want to put across, right? I was considering we should do reactions to the JJK episodes.
Like a separate app?
Like a separate app. 20-minute thing, because it comes out on Thursdays anyway. We do the episode recording on Thursdays. I was thinking we could essentially just jump on a call like that, do the reactions, upload that, and then obviously do our normal podcast, and then just review the episode quickly.
Review like
and that's
the episode in that,
and that's it.
Sections. Yeah. That could be a good shot.
So yeah.
But yeah, that would be the JJK section. We'll have like a dedicated like episode to that almost. And then what else? Okay, you see the JJK this season so far, because this Color Game is what, part 1?
Yeah.
Where's that gonna take us to?
It's gonna take us to, we're on episode 3 right now. Do you
have any idea?
They're gonna have 24 episodes, I believe. 24, 26. 24, I think, right?
24, I think.
If we have 24, I think we're gonna end on when Yuta finishes his fight with, oh yeah, I can't spoil. Fuck yeah.
Okay, with Max AP, the Max guy.
Yeah, with Max guy, with Paul Curtin guy, or
you know,
And
Oh, so we're gonna get to see. Okay, cool.
because we're gonna see, Zenin.
Yeah, Zen do their thing, and then Mega B's gonna get to shine as well. But then I think that's all the part 1 as well.
Oh my god, yeah.
Then,
Do you know who they showed at the end of this episode?
Who?
Was it Takaba? Yeah. Comedian.
Takaba.
Bro,
Which one's Takaba?
is it Takaba? Yeah, the comedian.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, comedy.
Comedy, bro. Oh my god. It felt I remember reading the panel and they translated it so well. Oh my, I was watching it like, oh my god. This is
we're gonna
translated.
get to see American conjunction.
Oh my god, it looks
American direct.
Oh bro, it was beautiful. And bro, that whole episode was just talking, but I loved like the visuals in it were beautiful. Man,
Yeah, I give them props to their visual. They had a new cinematographer. Like
they must do, because oh my god, it looks amazing. It's magnificent. JJK Mapper, thank you.
You know what? For now,
I do.
For now, we'll keep it in buck.
I do.
But let's get to
important fights.
To be fair, the fights that we've had so far, the Choso and what's his name again?
Naoya?
Like the character. Naoya, yeah. Like
him.
that fight.
I love him.
Sorry to reiterate again, but that whole scene, the way they're showing frames and shit, the way they're showing proper speed. I love that shit. It's a proper like speed blitz. That's what we need, like the Flash to be. That's what the Flash should have been.
Yeah.
Or Quicksilver, but they ended off early, but that's for another showcase. That's for another round.
Now, unless you want to talk more about JDK, I do have one topic. A last topic.
Go on.
Okay. Now, the internet is an interesting place, right? It's full of
wacky,
cool people. It's full of not so cool people. It's full of people who have decided that they want to be special, even though they're no different to you and me, people who
special in what ways? Comes in many different shapes and sizes. There's special excellence.
Very true.
There's special non-excellence.
Now,
so how are we talking?
Let's say there are things such as, let's say tomorrow you find out you have ADHD, right? Or let's say you don't know if you ever had it. Let's say you don't know you've never had it, yeah? Never had it tested. You're just a quirky person, right? But
everyone's got their quirks.
You want the internet to know that you have a multitude of issues with you because you want to feel special, right? Case in point, Asian lady first class in a plane. She has her juice box. She feels her.
Why do you pull out your phone? Like, where's the juice box from? Like,
she pops her juice box. She's sipping it. My juice is delicious. And within moments of this edited video, mind you that she has got her phone and placed in front of her so that the world can see her in her first class, £15,000 flight. She then proceeds to scream on the airplane as if she's having a panic attack, yeah? Now, it's great to see people who actually have panic attacks who are like, interesting. When I have a panic attack, my heartbeat just goes to 210 and I can't breathe. I can't stand up. I'm on the floor clutching my chest. My heart's going to come out of my chest. But when this woman
that's what I think a panic attack is.
Yes. But when this woman's having a panic attack, number one, you can tell it's fake because I've seen better acting in my cat when I don't give her food, right? She is screaming top of her lungs. Well, not top of her lungs because I've seen better screaming. If I did this to you, you'd be like, bro, shut up, innit? That's basically what she's doing.
Yeah.
And the video is so cringy, but it's also like mad disgusting because I'm like, you've posted this, you've edited this, you're on a...
Like, it was in your drafts, you click confirm like 2-3 times.
You watch it again, you click confirm, you post it, you thumbs it up in your head, you're like, yeah, that's nice, bro. Yeah, and then you hashtag or whatever it, right? You do not have any anxiety issues. In fact, I'm gonna talk to you right now. I'm gonna talk to you right now.
How do you know that?
90% of you fuck niggas right now. Yeah. half of you don't have anxiety issues. You've seen anxiety online. You've seen all this shit online, and you decided to label yourself as someone who has anxiety. You just have problems in your life. If you actually had anxiety, you would need pills for it. You would desperately need pills for it. Because people who actually have that shit are like, if I don't take my pills, I cannot leave my room.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not.
the most extreme cases,
No, no,
but
no, no, no.
anxiety is like
I'm just
a
saying.
spectrum, nigga.
I know it's a spectrum, but people who actually have it, who don't flaunt it like it's a quirk, yeah, they don't enjoy it. Because a lot of you niggas want to act like you enjoy it. It's like, oh, let me tell everyone, I've got anxiety. Look, I've got anxiety. It's like, bro, it's not a fun thing to deal with for people who have it. Same thing as people with ADHD. I've met people with ADHD and they're like, it's not fun to have to deal with it. They have to take their pills. They have to go to medication. They have to speak to people. And they're like, it's debilitating. And then a lot of you niggas, which I hate, it's like you water down the people who actually have it by boasting about, oh, I haven't been, tested, but oh my God, it's just my ADHD playing up. You found out about that word yesterday and now you want to add it to your vocabulary. Oh, it's my anxiety.
But then
it's
how
my,
could
oh my God.
grain of salt? Like I hear it. There is like the whole idea of like self-diagnosis, like that is getting a little out of hand, if that makes sense. Like a lot of people, like a little bit of pressure, ADHD or depression or whatnot. I hear it. But at the same time, it has not in the cookie jar. Like you don't know if these people are actually like, does one have to pull up the birth scale for you to say this? So they have to be 100% for you to say it's this. Like there's a level of leeway. Of course, take everything with a grain of salt type thing.
Fair.
There's like attention is a big credit. I think that is a direct route to money. So I'm not saying there's no money makers, there's no fibs out here. The one that you could be talking on the brain is straight fib. No, I don't know. But then there's still a conversation to be had about like whether, do you think majority, okay, if you were to put percentage wise on it, how many people do you think are faking it? Live or the mic, give a number. Percentage.
75.
75.
Easily. I might say 80.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You know what I think? I think, okay, it might be a different perspective. Like you might end up agreeing on this. I think it used to be that like the barrier to entry was a lot higher than it is now. Does that make sense?
So you're saying
for
you to be cast as ADHD, you had to be aggressively ADHD.
Yeah, like plus aggressively ADHD. And then also like before it was kind of you stood out. Because 9 times out of 10 it got beaten out of you or you got put in line in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and then you figured out how to live with it, and then you got to a point where even if you do have it, you refuse to believe it because you're like, that shit got beat out of me kind of thing.
Even if you refuse to believe it, you'll still have like a denial about it, even if you have it.
Yeah, even if you have it.
So say for example,
I bet them people.
So you'll have it, but then you wouldn't even know you have it until someone else watches you. You're like, why do you, like, I remember someone was talking about, oh yeah, my dad don't think he's autistic. But then every time he makes a sandwich, he lays out like all the ingredients and the cut vegetables like it's a weapon, like manufacturing thing.
Yeah.
So then there's stuff like that where it's like, okay, cool. Obviously, they would never count to themselves towards the autism statistic, but it's still like you are, if that makes sense. And that's what I think with the older generation. With the newer ones, I think like obviously there's an emphasis on like, okay, cool, there's self-diagnostic, being aware, and maybe a lot of the symptoms do align with like high stress situations, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Say for example, you panic like, oh, in front of like people, that is a symptom of anxiety. But then you can start calling yourself, okay, cool, I'm an anxious person, this and that. I think everyone has their pros and cons in like their different sections. Like, so you might not be someone who's like enjoys public speaking. Doesn't necessarily you have anxiety, if that makes sense. But at the same time, you might have anxiety because it might have triggered like in different locations, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there's different types as well. And then we're opening up the barrier to explore and lowering like the requirement, if that makes sense. That's what I think.
So I do understand the lower the requirement part, right? I think for me though, the part where I see it as distasteful is where and a lot of influencers do this. Or maybe not a lot, but just a lot of people. So some people on the internet, some, right? But it's when you're using it as a crutch to get away from something, and it's like, oh, my ADHD just makes me miss appointments. Oh, my ADD makes me this and that. Where it's like, you don't have to be aggressively ADHD for it to affect you. That's another thing, right? It doesn't need to be debilitating, but it can be something that you have that affects you, where you're like, yo, I acknowledge that, yo, listen, I can't do this or I can't do that, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, unless you have it, honestly, in my opinion, unless you have it diagnosed, then you talking about it like, oh my, I'm just messy because I got ADHD, is the same, in my opinion, to when it's an aggressive like stance to take, because I always take them kind of stances. But it's like,
Yeah.
when a serial killer wants to boast about, oh, I'm just insane, I did it because I'm insane, I'm insane, I'm insane, and it's like, you can't just pull the insane card. You know what I mean? The same way I'm like, bro, you can't just pull the I've got ADHD card because you're late to something. If you're late because you're a lazy bastard and you don't get ready on time, then you're just a lazy bastard, you don't get ready on time. Because there's some people with
Yeah.
ADHD who will have their room ready and will have everything ready and prepared. But because of their ADHD, they have to make sure everything in their drawers a certain way. They try and leave the house, they go back, their keys aren't open in the right way. They try and leave the house, they go back. Oh my God, I remember the toilet roll in the room. They try and leave the house, they go back. And bro, for them, it's debilitating.
I think there's multiple ways of looking at it, because I see your stance where it's like the most, essentially, like the most obvious like examples of it. Like, for example, not to say this is like your mentality behind it, but it's like if someone's not in a wheelchair, you're not disabled almost. Does that make sense?
I get what you're
Where it
saying,
has
yeah.
to be like, where it's like,
For-
but then that's not the case.
For
where
me, it's the
like, okay,
diagnosis as well. It's like, if you're not diagnosed, because if you're, let's say, if you do have it, right?
Mm.
And you're like, I actually do have it, yeah? I feel like people who actually get diagnosed with it properly understand that, okay, cool, this is what I have to do to deal with it, because they've gone through the effort to diagnose it. But if you're someone who hasn't diagnosed it and you just talk about it willy-nilly, my thoughts are, either you don't have it because you're just talking about it, because let's be honest, bro, people haven't been talking about ADHD, ADD until it became a thing, and now it's like, oh, everyone can outwardly talk about it, right? So it's like, has it just become a trend and you're just saying it because you're using it as an excuse? And it's like, oh, you're saying you got ADHD. Oh, when did you get, like, can you imagine if someone said to me, oh, my ADHD is just playing around, yeah? And I'm like, oh shit, when did you get assessed, or when did they confirm it? And they're like, oh,
crickets.
I didn't. And you're like, oh, okay.
So how do you
cool.
know it's ADHD?
Yeah.
I hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, cool. So what did someone say? So my disability is just like a joke to you, almost like you just want to use it as a joke, and you're sitting there like, bro, like, damn, I have to take pills for this, and you're just like, oh, my ADHD, oh, I had to get a Monster Energy drink, teehee. Really?
My heart bleeds for you.
Yeah, man, like.
I do think I think like the way I look at it is slightly problematic with the dramatization of like some mental health issues. Like, a lot of like people are talking about it, but sometimes the part that kind of that I have is the mentality is sometimes you'll think yourself into having something, if that makes sense. So say if you do not have it and you're not actively like trying to seek help about it, and then you're just sitting in your room kind of like just like spinning on this hamster wheel of I've got ADHD, I've got ADHD, I've got ADHD.
Yeah.
You're not actually trying to like find ways to help your life about it. I think that's where you fall into the trap of giving yourself extreme ADHD and like you're reading up symptoms, this, and that, for example. Okay, so you had it at like the most mild rate before.
Yeah.
Now it's like you've manifested this extreme form of ADHD where it's like, I think manifestations of everything where it's like you can literally like think yourself into a depression. You can think yourself into obviously that's really different compared to the extreme forms of like trauma-based depression. But I still feel like you can think yourself into like a really bit like.
Oh no, you
horrible
definitely can.
mindset.
It's like you can convince yourself that you have something it's like you lie to yourself enough, you'll believe it. Like you'll forget that it's a lie, and then you'll actually start to believe, oh shit, I've actually got it.
Yeah.
And do it long enough, and then it's true, right? So
Yeah.
it is one of those things, but it is also where it's like, are you that talentless and boring that the only way you can figure out how to get attention is to tell everyone that you've got an issue? You're not funny. You don't have hobbies.
Like,
you don't. I don't know, man. It's
but
kind
then
of
remember,
sad.
like the people that are like, oh yeah, I've just got ADHD. Remember, those are like, okay, they're getting one clip with like 100K views. That's like you can't just build a brand of being, oh yeah, I'm ADHD. There has to be something about you, if that makes sense, that gets you popular in the first place. So the ones that are popular with ADHD, that you've got to stick to you. You're not just out here. If I scream tomorrow, yeah, I've got like ADHD, I'm not gonna get like a million views, unless a good series. I've got Being a Black Guy, ADHD, good series.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. This guy.
I'll clip of it.
But yeah, regardless, great episode, decent episode.
Tight.
Had Ninstals do his thing for a
next
bit.
week's episode, we'll see what different anime and stuff coming out during the week. Try to catch up with them. Do a more segmented little stance. Yeah, write into the comment section. Any like suggestions for topics, anything. We'll see. It's been a slow week, to be fair. Hence why the topics have been a bit. Yeah. But try to get back to it. See what's popping in what next week. But yeah.
Next week, JJK. Like, subscribe, comment. It's been your boy. See you in a bit.
Tight.
Peace.
Hey.
My computer was lagging.